What up to the pod verse and everybody sleeping in the cloud? Welcome to the Blacklog, where we talk TV, film. We talk black about TV, film, and music, and sometimes we digress and drink coffee. My name is Rod. I want you to say hello to my co-host Ryan. Ryan, hello.
What's up? What's happening with you?
You tell me what's going on.
Hate. I got a lot of hate. No,
Oh, come
I,
on.
I got a
Come
little bit of
on.
hate. A
Hey,
little bit of hate.
hey. We the
A little
weekend.
bit of hate.
All
No,
right.
no. I recently ran across this video that irritated me, and it was this dude. He goes over to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and regardless of the fact that it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's an elder, and he goes up, he's like, "What's up?" What's something of that nature. I don't exactly remember exactly what he said, but I know that it was not, "Hey, how you doing, sir? It's nice to meet you." I'm just saying, you know, I can't really get mad at the dude because he seemed very comfortable saying it without, like, it did not seem like he didn't see anything wrong with what he was doing. So,
And I know what you're talking about. And it felt weird too when I saw it. I think he saw, I'm not defending it. I think he just saw a basketball player. It's like he felt like, oh, I'm going up to LeBron. Because he could probably approach LeBron like that. Or a present day player like an Anthony Edwards and do that. And it's going to be like, oh, what's up, bro? What's up? But there's something about approaching a 77-year-old center.
bruh, that's like that. That dude going up to him would be the equivalent of me walking up to, like, Wilt Chamberlain or something, bruh.
I'm
Like,
going,
you know,
I'm going up to Maya Angelou. What's up, baby?
yeah, 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 exactly, bruh.
I like your
Like,
poems. I
ooh,
like your.
what?
What up, boo? I like your poem. I like your poem.
That's exactly, bruh. That's
All right.
exactly.
Okay. I get you.
But
I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay. I totally get it. As we've said before, we digress. And this week, Ryan and I, we talk. We don't only talk at this show. We talk during the week. And I don't know how, but we got a discussion of His Majesty, the Royal One, Prince. And we were talking about the album 1999. Uh, at that moment, Ryan is, I think I'm 14 or 15, and you are
what year did he come out?
82.
Excuse me, if you were 14 and I was about 7,
Yeah, it came out October
I must
20.
have must have been in about second, third grade, something like that.
Well, we were discussing the album 1999 because, well, I had it, and Ryan lived in the room next door to me, and so
It
he
is
probably
my
heard.
favorite. It is my favorite album of all time for Prince. I don't think that it is not. I don't think
It
it is the
is.
best album, but it is my favorite album of all
I
time because that's how I was introduced to Prince.
I too have it. I too have it as my favorite album. I think it's because it was probably one of the first albums I bought. So I think it's a personal connection for both of us to it. Uh,
Your reason is different from mine. The songs
no,
they
I
were
get
just
it.
some different stuff. Like 1999 and Little Red Corvette, the music, everything was just it was different. It was different. It
Yeah,
was different from hearing Mama used to say, "Take your time, young man." You
hold
know,
on, hold on,
it's just a
hold
little
on.
different.
Stay, hold on. It's so funny you say that because I just recently saw Junior online. Like it was so weird because he had a head full of gray hair and he's at a record store and somebody's playing "Mama Used to Say" and he's singing with it, and it was just weird. It was weird as hell that you say that. It was just like thank you, Dad. Like whoa, whoa, that's a lot. It's a lot.
Who was your boy with Who was your boy, bro? He was in the video chewing. He looked like he just chewing gum, bro.
Who are you talking about?
He was with he was with the girl. Her name started with an S. Shot. Oh, what is that song, man?
What,
Got
what,
the
what,
Jerry
what?
curl, bro. Got the Jerry curl, bro. And he was with the lady. They was dancing and singing. She
Andre
sang back.
Simone?
No, she sang she's sung in Michael Jackson songs, and she's done a lot of background singing.
Oh, Sahita Garrett?
Yeah, Sahita Garrett and what's your boy name, bro?
David Edwards.
Look like he was chewing. He like
You talking about David Edwards? Oh, bro.
like chewing gum, bro.
Not the dump. Don't look any further. Don't do that. That dude, he had. I don't think he had
Don't
teeth at
look
that
any
time.
further.
I think that was false teeth had him doing that. But don't do that. I think he had. Don't do that. Don't ever do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop that. Stop that. That's cringy. That's weird. That's weird.
That's what he was.
That's
Serious, bro.
Just dang. Just let's state 1999 was dropped on October 27th, 1982. Let's get this straight. This is his fifth album at this point.
What's the exact date?
October 27th, 1982.
Okay.
And it's his fifth album. He has had For You, the self-titled Prince, Dirty Mind, and Controversy. He dropped For You on April 7th of 78. He dropped Prince on October 19th, 1979. Dirty Mind on October 8th of 1980. Controversy, October 14th, 1981. And this one in October 82. He dropped 5 straight albums.
He likes October.
He likes October. October works for him. He's known at this point for songs like Soft and Wet, I Want to Be Your Lover, Why You Want to Treat Me So Bad, Uptown, Dirty Mind.
That's the song we were talking about.
What?
I Want to Be Your Lover. That's the one. Obviously, it's not slow, though.
It's really not. It's
pretty
really
fast.
not. Because I've been sitting here trying to, I was driving, I was good.
I want to be your... I was like, oh, that's not very, that's not very slow at all.
No, it's not. And you see, you had that little hamster in my head going hard, like, what is he talking about? It was different because it was a double album. You know, it was different. And also, it was the first recognition of the revolution in a very weird way. You don't remember the cover, as we've spoken on this, but the cover has 1999, and they have Prince. And in the middle of the I in Prince, there's a football. And the revolution is written backwards. Like, Prince was like, felt like he was kind of being trying. He like, I'm going to give you a little credit, but I don't want everybody to know.
I would have never, as much as I looked at that album in your house, in your room, I never noticed that. Yeah. I didn't even know it was a double album till we talked about it.
Yeah,
I thought it was just an album with,
it's funny.
Side. I thought it was just side A, side B.
I was talking to a friend from college, Marvin. I said, Marvin, I was telling him how Ryan thought this wasn't a double album. And he said, that was a double album? I was like, did anybody remember this?
Hey, the only thing I remember from that album was, wow, they got this man on here with his butt out. And
yeah, that thing too, because
that was one side because he was laying down.
I
was like, wow, the man got his butt out. And then on the other side, it was the whole band standing there on the stage where apparently all of the videos from 1999 album were performed.
All of them, all 2 of them, 1999 and Little Red Corvette. And in that picture was Prince, Des Dickerson, Lisa Coleman, Mark Brown, Dr. Fink, and Bobby Z.
Des Dickerson, that's a modern era. Is that who it is? Is that this? From Purple Rain? A modern era. That's your boy, bro. He was singing that song too. A modern era. They were hitting it too. He's like, they had a little dance move. He was like,
and now, Des Dickerson.
I don't even know what the name of that group was.
Bruh, let's get that straight. The people I just named were, and here's another thing. I was looking in this website called Prince Vault, and I'm looking at the credits. On there, you got the people I just named. Also, Jill Marie Jones, who's in like the Little Red Corvette in 1999.
That was the blonde with Lisa, right?
Yes, who would be
in Vanity 6.
No, she was
Apollonia 6?
No, she was the waitress in Purple Rain. She was the waitress who was crying after.
Oh, then so
also
Vanity 6, the blonde in Vanity 6 was totally separate.
Totally separate.
Oh.
Jill Marie Jones, the future Wendy, who would be in the next iteration of the Revolution. She's not credited. She's not in this video. She's not.
No.
She's not. Vanity.
Oh, Wendy was working with them at the time?
Dude, I'm listing names right now. Wendy, Vanity, Jesse Johnson, Jamie, somebody named Poochie, and somebody named The Count. All of them got like credits for hand claps and other stuff. But at the top of every album, you say Prince. All vocals and instruments played by Prince unless noted. Basically, the Revolution was just a traveling band.
Oh, yeah.
They were traveling. They were a traveling band. It was but this is the first credited kind of the Revolution. And yeah, you speak of, and you know what? I watched those two videos and I noticed what was the difference. One was in video and the other one looked like, ooh, this album looked like it might be successful. We're going to shoot this in film. Because they shot Little Red Corvette in film. Yeah, dude. It was very interesting.
And they had the pauses because your boy Bobby, not Bobby, who was the dude who it wasn't the doctor played the synthesizer. Bobby played the drums, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because remember Bobby used to hit that drum and he used to pause. He had a little pause in the video, bro. For all of y'all out there, go to YouTube and pull up that 1999 video.
You know what? Nah, I gotta go do it. I gotta go see this again because I missed that.
I remember that.
That went over my head. I missed that one. But you know what? You was watching that video we had with all the music videos on over and over, so you probably caught them little things.
I was also 7 years old.
What is that? I
mean, it's a big difference, bro. The way you viewed the 1999, the way I viewed it, are two totally different things, bro.
Which is why we're here, because we definitely saw it different. In this episode, we're going to talk about album one. This is a two-parter. We're going to talk about album one in this first, and we're going to have a second episode talking about
album one, which only has 5 songs, which is
5 songs,
which is why I thought it was an A-side and B-side,
and totally understandable. But that's another thing. He had some long songs on this. Like only 2 songs were under 5 minutes. Like that's not even that's not even radio friendly. It's like he said, "There you go, Warner Brothers. I don't care what you keep singing. I don't care. But you know what? He had a song or two like that before. Like I mean, well, I don't know if he had it. I don't know the length of Controversy, but they had to cut Controversy off back in the day.
Controversy ridiculously long, bro. I was on a bike ride and it popped up. I was like, "Oh, I ain't heard it in a while," and it was on. And, bro, I think somewhere about 5 minutes, I was like, all right, man. Like, come on, man. I was like, all right, bro. It's time to go to the next song, bro. What's next, man?
Come on,
bro. You put it on, random songs. They play the randomness. It pops me like, oh, I remember that. And you was like, oh. And then, after a while, you're like, oh, like,
after you done kicked it out, I'm going 3 miles. Why am I still listening to this song?
When he hit that synthesizer again, I'm like, all right, Prince, come on, bro.
Well, let's talk.
Song number 1.
Don't worry. I won't hurt you. I only want you to have some fun. Those are the first sounds we hear on the song. 1999.
Remind me to give my shout out to dude went to elementary school with, because he was the only person he stuck up for Prince when nobody else would.
Okay, the titular song on the album, I've always wanted to use that word, titular. The title song.
Sounds kind of freaky.
It definitely has a feeling of F it. It's all over. It's ending. We got a lyric. Like, we got lyrics like, sworn it was Judgment Day, run from the destruction, say 2000, oops, over, out of time. But the only thing that saves that ending feeling, hey, I'm a party like it's 1999.
When I went through the songs, now that you're talking about, I basically every time, and this is how I kind of think with any, especially older songs, I associate it with something, so I equate it with something. And the first thing that came to mind was World War III, because 1999, as much as I like the song, kind of freaked me out, bro. It kind of freaked me out, and it didn't help that a couple of years later, this movie called Red Dawn came out, where somehow the USSR infiltrated Colorado, of all places, and took over. And because they took over Colorado, they were supposedly taking over the world, or taking over the whole U.S. And it just freaked me out, bro. Like, I didn't understand what was going on, bro.
From your 7-year-old mind, I guess I can see that. And it didn't freak me out like that. But I did realize they were talking about the themes in this were very different from any R&B or soul songs or really any kind of song right now. I mean, we talking R&B in 82 was like Let It Whip, Early in the Morning from the Gap Band, That Girl, and Get Down on It from Kool and the Gang. So it's like,
wait a minute. We're
talking about the end of times now.
Not only are we talking about World War III with me, basically you got on one side, you got World War III is coming, and man, and on the other side, you basically got this dude saying, hey, don't come to my spot if you not trying to kick it hard. We got drugs, we got alcohol, we got everything you want. If you ain't about that, don't come to this house. Don't come in here with that weak stuff.
I did feel that, but I was more happier about it than you were, I guess. So I was like, oh, yeah.
No, as I've gotten older, that's what I came to understand. When I was younger, it was all about World War III on one end, and they was obviously having a good time on the other hand.
I truly feel that it was. Now he's a Jehovah. He was raised a Jehovah Witness, but he also at this point was like 20 something. So I'm thinking he was kind of like stepping away, and
man, I'm trying to kick it, bro.
I'm trying to kick it, but I got this inner turmoil of what I was raised in, and it's like I'm talking about the rapture, but let's party. I know, let's party, and I've always thought, it was. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I only want you to have some fun. Like, dude.
But he had a lyric in there, and if you're not really paying attention to it, if you're not with the albums, especially with 1999 and like Thriller, they had the words to the song. So not only was I, whenever you weren't in your room, was I looking at the album, I was also reading the words to the song. Yeah. And can't run away from the revelation.
You did say that. It also, this whole album,
he snuck it in there too. He snuck it in there.
It was the beginning of the purple thing. It was, you know what I mean? Right. It was the beginning of the purple.
That stood out. This whole album stood out being purple.
This is purple. You know what I mean? The purple thing just stood out. And the themes, and how about I say this? The hair finally grew out. the hair he had been growing for 4 albums.
So here's the funny part about that.
He got that pompadour.
7-year-old me that's the first thing I ever saw. All of the, Mr. Prince in his drawers with his hair swooped down, and Mr. Prince with his perm going down. That was just kind of like, that's interesting. But that right there, that's what you're supposed to be about. That hair, about the Prince and the Revolution hair.
It was like, whoa! Like if you look at Dirty and Controversy, it's like you trying to get that your conch right. You trying to get your conch right, but it
Yeah.
It ain't long. It ain't long enough. You know what I mean? Like you trying to be what they call back then the rude boys. The rude. You trying to be a rude boy, but you
Oh,
know.
I remember that. Rude Boys. I
That's
hated
like,
their songs.
but he had the but during the Dirty Mind period. He had
Wait, Rude Boy. Wasn't they the ones that said? I can't remember the name of that song. It was I can't remember the name of that
I don't
song.
remember a group called. He had.
Oh,
rude
there was a group named Rude Boys.
Oh,
That's
really?
why I was talking. Yeah,
He
I thought you
had
were talking about
a
that.
Rude Boy pin on him on the Controversy album, if I'm correct. He had like on the cover, and he has a rude, and that just he's a rude boy. That was just, I guess, everybody dug it.
He was on He was on the album cover in his drawers, man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. And your daddy knew it. That's why he didn't take me to the concert. I just wish if I could see the Dirty Mind tour on film.
But you got
I
a
would be
chance
so
to
happy.
do it. You got a chance to go though back in what was that, 84?
Yeah, it was 80. It was 84, but this was The Time, Vanity 6, and Prince. Like, oh my God, you know what I mean? That was I mean, let me state this. This album to me was like his Off the Wall. Now, mind you, I'm not knocking any of the other four albums.
I could believe that.
This was the album because he had a group of fans in those first four, but this one right here kind of made it a little bit different. And this album started to seep out into pop music. And matter of fact, Little Red Corvette premiered because Billie Jean had just premiered about 9 months earlier in the year. That's the first, this was the, that was a tough time.
I can believe that. I can believe that. I can believe that.
What was your favorite lyric?
If you didn't come to the party, don't bother knocking on my door.
You know what?
Bruh, if you didn't come to the party, don't bother knocking on my door. That dude said, bruh, if you coming here with that foolishness, if you coming in here with that flim flam, flibber flabber, take that flibber flabber somewhere else. Because we in here partying, literally trying to kill ourselves. We are trying to put our face in piles of drugs and drink and dance and have a good time because we know tomorrow may not be. It's all over.
It's over. Ironically, my honorable mention was right after that lyric. He got a line in his pocket, and baby, he's ready to roar. He was talking about his hammer. he said,
it's almost like when he said it, he like this. It's like he's singing it like, I got a line in my pocket. Yeah.
But my favorite lyric, I don't even know if it's him because the voice is so altered. But I don't know why. When I heard, Mommy, why does everybody have a bomb? I was like, oh.
Here is where 7 years
I should have taken
apart-
that more seriously.
Here is where 7 years apart comes into play. Because to this day, bruh, that is the most. You say, I like that part because his voice changes. For me, bruh, that is the most sobering part of this song, bruh. This dude been out. You know what it's like? And he says, Mommy. So it's like some woman has been partying, and you talking about back in the 80s, bruh. Those people, I'm 7 years old. I know people ain't care. They don't wear seatbelts. They just drink and drive. They just do anything they want, bruh. She comes home, probably just like, I got to go to sleep. Oh my gosh. And standing in front of her, baby, why are you standing in the hallway? Mommy, why does everybody have a bomb?
Oh my God.
And all of a sudden, it's like after the party, all of a sudden you back to real life, and this woman has to stand here and explain what she did not want to have to explain to her child. because now her child is asking her, "Mommy, why in the world does everybody have a bomb?" And she's like, "Oh my God,
Poor,
I got to explain this to this poor baby."
poor 7-year-old Ryan. You were tortured, man.
Yeah, that song. But I love the song, bro. I love that song.
The B side. This was released as a single, and the B side was "How Come You Don't Call You? How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore?" A classic by Prince. And one thing, it's the beginning. No, I can't say the beginning because he had done some B sides before, but this is when his B sides were like so big they could have put a whole album together of his B sides. And "How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore" was getting more airplay than actual songs on the actual album. This is we used to do you would do a single release and you just take another song from the record and put it on. But nah, not Prince. Say, I got a whole new song. Nah, I got a whole nother song for your behind. That type of thing.
We got to get to the next one.
Oh yeah. Little Red Corvette. No doubt. Now this is me, and I think we talked a little bit about this. I think this whole album is just about the trials and trails and experiences of Prince with women, loves lost, loves found, loves happen, one night stands. I just feel that's the whole theme of the album.
I actually think it's an album about the liberated woman.
Well, yes. I think because of the whole androgyny thing with him.
1999. Women, hey man, we just kicking it. Little Red Corvette. Little Red Corvette to me is to me about a Little Red Corvette. Fast car, fast girl. Can't keep up with her. Can't keep up with her. It's like the original Nola Darling, bro.
I thought it was an old.
This to me what Spike Lee was thinking about when he made "She's Gotta Have It." It's like, you know what? I think that's Nola Darling.
I felt that it was an ode to an older woman. Older woman.
And when I say fast girl, I'm not saying that in any kind of disrespectful way. I'm just saying too fast for Prince. Like Prince just can't keep up with her.
I'm a mature woman. I just think it's an older woman, and he walks in thinking, "I'm about to put my thing down," and realize I can't really put my thing down. I thought I could,
No, but from her point, she was like, "This dude over here trying to get all booed up with me. I'm not trying to be your boo. I just wanted to kick it with you for the night. That's all."
I mean, it tells the tale of. To me, it's the tale of a young man selling wolf tickets, and like Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan till you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
And he got punched in the mouth. Lyrics like, talking about Trojan, some of them the muse. He's like, whoa.
That is my lyric, in fact. I guess I must be dumb. She had a pocket full of horses, Trojans, some of them used. That wasn't even a thing, bro. Like back then, I didn't know what you're talking about with Trojans. When I got older, I was like, man.
That's what he was talking about.
I was like, bro, this dude was talking about contraceptives back in 1982.
Yes. You got that voice went up a couple of octaves. He's like 1982. But it was very. The line about what is it? Past jockeys. I seen photos of past jockeys. It's like, damn.
Do you know how? Do you understand how arrogant and small? How arrogant it is, and how small he must feel to walk into her spot and see all of her past boos all over the place.
Be like Fred Flintstone. I feel so small. I feel so small. It's true. What is it? Yeah. You gotta slow down. You moving much too fast. I cannot handle this. To me, in a nutshell, Little Red Corvette is Prince's rendezvous with a Target manager named Stephanie Twilight. I swear to God. I know it sounds weird, but that's what it feels.
And no matter what's going on, and no matter how much he complains, he's still gonna follow her everywhere she goes.
Nah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he wants to, but he can't keep up. It's like
that don't mean he's not following.
Dude, he's there, and you know how that car pulls away, or when you were racing that dude you thought you was gonna beat in the street when you was young, and you start running like ooh, and he keep getting smaller and smaller. It's like he can't handle.
It's like what was that Spike Lee movie, Crooklyn? Remember when they was out in the country? And,
yeah.
And they was finally going back to the city, and the little country girl was chasing. Wait, and she was just running behind the car. Car just left her. All in the back. All in the dirt, bro.
If I got a favorite lyric, now let me state. I think I told you. I can listen. I hear Little Red Corvette. I can listen to it, but a lot of times it'd be like I don't feel like hearing it because it was played so much on the radio. Like they wore it out. Like I think it was expected, but being the hit that it became, and then it just inundated. You heard it over there. Now, it's not as bad as I am with Purple Rain. That song, Purple Rain. I hear it.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear that.
But you see, that's you. See, your Little Red Corvette was my Tony Terry's For You.
When I'm with you. When
I'm with you.
They wore that out in DC. They gave it.
Say, bro, New Orleans is definitely in a photo finish, bro.
Dude,
when I'm with you, I swear I was on the Hot 88 between 1 and 4 for at least a calendar year, bro.
You got to give it. You got to give that. What is it? Dude, it's like it's dead, y'all. It's dead,
bro. Until I got to Howard, I thought Tony Terry was from New Orleans because people said he's from New Orleans. And I believe like, oh, no wonder they play him so much because he's from New Orleans. No, he's not from New Orleans. They just keep playing the song. That's all.
New Orleans good to claim somebody. Like, wait, Frankie Beverly is not from here? No. He's from Philly. Oh, he's from Oakland. No, he's from Philadelphia.
Right. You're right. New Orleans is so bad with claiming people that they literally, this man passes away and they won up Philadelphia before by doing a jazz funeral, and then this man is dead, man. And they tweet out and say, "Y'all up next, Philly." Really? You gotta love my city, man. You gotta love New Orleans,
God. My favorite lyric was, "Girl, you got an ass like I never see, and the ride is so smooth. You must be a limousine."
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah,
yeah.
We had about that one. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was my favorite lyric. Yourself?
I told you. I guess I must be dumb. She had a pocket full of horses.
You're right.
Trojans,
you're right.
Some of them used. And I think that became my favorite lyric because as I got older, when I was 7, it was right over my head.
It's love. Isn't this something that's so layered that as you get older, like, oh, that's what he was talking about? I didn't know.
And these artists at this time, bro, they were so smart to do it that, not only our parents, but everybody's parents, they just sitting there, oh.
But nowadays, what? You can't say, you can't say that on the song. Can you? Yes, you can. You can record that, huh?
I'm good.
Up next, Delirious. It was released as a single, but only in the UK.
I remember that from a movie, too.
A movie called Delirious. A movie called Delirious, I think, with John Candy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what it was.
Now get this, the backside of that release, which was released only in the UK, was Horny Toad. But some way, somehow, it got back to the States, so Horny Toad started getting played on the radio too.
I remember the name of that song. But I never.
I felt with this song, it had this rockabilly feel. And if you don't know what rockabilly in the 80s, rockabilly was this kind of like raw, unplugged kind of guitar music that had a blues, wannabe blues, country gospel thing, except performed by white people. Like, that's what it felt like, and I felt like Prince, when he was writing this, like, he was mocking Elvis. You know what I mean? Like, I get delirious. That's what it felt like. He was mocking Elvis.
That's a good way to look at it.
And let's get it straight. Elvis got his whole singing style straight from a black singer named Roy Hamilton. YouTube him and a song called
I thought he got it from Chuck Berry.
That's what they say. He got rock and roll or whatever, that feel from him. But if you go on YouTube and look up Roy Hamilton and a song, I'm a hold on tight and don't let go. And if you hear it, you be like, the first thing you're gonna say is, "Oh my God, Elvis stole his whole style." That's what you're not even gonna question it. You're not even gonna question, straight up. But yeah, when I listened to it, I always got this whole feeling like he was in the studio playing with that bass line, and then it's like he started like joking, like, "I'll get delirious," and then he just started playing with the synthesizer, and then it just became something special. You know what I mean? It just kind of became something special to me.
I thought I looked at it I thought he just really got into the song. For me, Delirious was basically, obviously he's going crazy over the girl, but I looked at it as Little Red Corvette Part 2.
Really? Wow.
Except this is, Little Red Corvette, he was basically complaining and explaining how much he loved his girl at the same time. But in this one, he was just talking about in the moment. Like it was from his point of view in the moment where he was like, "Man, this is off the hook." Like, oh my goodness.
I thought the girl
it seemed like a basic "you make me go crazy every time I'm around you" song.
And from that point, I thought this girl might have been a little special because you say I'm delirious. To me, I just felt like I didn't feel like Little Red Corvette. I felt like this girl might have been something like I get delirious. Like I may not be thinking out the love, but I'm just like, oh my God, I can't explain why the hell I feel like this, but I feel like
Little Red Corvette.
Oh no, man! Not that. Little Red Corvette was like his older woman.
Hey, was he crazy over Little Red Corvette?
Oh, I don't know if he was shocked. I think that was more shocked than anything. Don't do that to me. Don't do what's that?
Oh,
what's that? Don't do that. Don't look at me like look like your mama when you do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. What was your favorite lyric?
This song was kind of, like I said, it's kind of basic, bro. Overall, man,
you're just too much to take.
The song overall, I like the song and I like the music, and I like the song, but it was basically like a good listen to me. Not compared to like Little Red Corvette of 1999, but mine was just, I get delirious when you hold my hand, body gets so weak I can't understand. That was kind of the best I could pull out of that one for me.
Man, you just too much to take. I can't stop. I ain't got no brakes. I was like, I can't stop. I ain't got no brakes. He said, "Baby, my car. Everybody watch out. Watch out in the intersection. I can't stop." I mean, if you really liking it to sex, it's like you got woo. like when your boy, like your girl, a Nutty Professor. Ooh, Sherman. He said, you know, I can't stop. I ain't got no brakes, bro. Sherman, he said, you built that tension up and, oh my God. But I like I said, I like it. It just felt like it was something playful that happened in the studio. Again, there's always it's a love theme. I swear, I feel the whole album is him just like talking about past. This man is on his fifth album. He's a not a superstar, world superstar, but he's a pretty big star. So when he comes in the room, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's had some fun times over the past couple of years, to say the least. We you know, and then his androgynous thing, you know, ain't nobody else is doing that. This just like he walk in the room and go. I mean, but here's another. I remember telling some. Wait, what was it? Forgot who I told. I said, man, I bet I could stare Prince down. I swear to God. Like, you know, this dude be like, I say, I would like to stare him down, make him look away, bro. I would love to. Like, if he was still alive, I was like, how you doing? Let's have a stare off. Whoever close your eyes first, $100. I swear to God.
Yeah, cross you over.
Huh? No. You know what? I just saw something recently with Kevin Garnett talking about it too. I said, man, dude, he could play. I was like, come on, y'all. Is this all right? I know he could play a little bit, but Kevin Garnett, you're 6'11".
You never know, bro. You never know, bro. He was a little dude. So those little dudes, it's not like they could go and play like real competitive basketball like at a college level because they're so small. Unless you're like Muggsy Bogues. So he might have just been that good, but it was like
wait, somebody could do it. Look at Muggsy. Somebody's how you could do it.
Muggsy and Spud, but
yeah,
that's 2 out of a lot.
Album. I'm sorry. Side 2 of album 1. Only got 2 songs on it. The first one is Let's Pretend We're Married.
That's my cut right there.
This, to me, Prince is on the rebound, not from the Little Red Corvette woman, but the Little Delirious woman. I feel he's on the rebound.
Maybe.
He needed, and because he was delirious, that means this was like one of those first that got me shook to my core, and it's falling apart. And his whole purpose in this song that is going with this fast pace is like, I got to find somebody to wash this off me quick.
Right.
Be it for a night or be it for 7 years, but I need this because it's killing me. This woman, the memory of this woman is gonna take me down. That's what it feels like.
This song, and we got 2 more, but that's on the next show. Man, these were my song, bro. That's Let's Pretend We're Married. And as I got older listening to it, I'm listening to it like, bruh, this dude is off the hook, bruh. The music was excellent. And to everybody out there, to the 2 people listening to us, you can go to YouTube and find the song.
It's four.
Because
I met the 4th guy, Felton, at Whole Foods last week. He came up to me. I really like the show, goddammit. I said, thanks a lot, Felton.
Because we are not going to play those songs and get ourselves in trouble.
We will not.
And get our stuff taken down. So
not with the Prince estate. Not with the Prince estate. No.
Even if we had money, we wouldn't be able to play those songs.
Would not.
But
would not.
The music, bruh, is excellent, bruh. And that was this is the first song.
This is a small note talking about Prince song. There's a dude named Lou who used to be a producer in the No Limit camp, and he said that when Snoop was with No Limit, they did a song with him, and they sampled a Prince song. They got a letter. They got a letter from the Prince estate. No,
Oh, I
They
saw.
had, they had to rip all. They said we had to rip all them things from the. We had to take them off. He said, first of all, I found out because I was in Cancun somewhere. They had to take it off the shelves. He said my boy did another track and put it up under there, and then they re-released it. They took all Princess Estate says no.
Oh, I saw a video recently where Tupac apparently wanted something, and they hung out all night, and then his boy went and talked to him about it. He was like,
No.
"Nope,
In that Prince way. No.
no." This song too. Well, I don't know if it happened in For You or Controversy, but this is the first time I heard, "Ooh," his little scream, bro.
I like somebody pinched him out.
The Darling Nikki scream, bro. He the Darling Nikki scream, bro.
Oh, that's crucial. That Darling Nikki. That's
Darling Nikki scream.
yeah. That's kind of
I just remember it got real. It also got really explicit at the end. I won't get into too much into that. And then in the monologue, bro, he also said he loves God, but he's basically still going to get it in.
Yeah, basically that's like
Yeah, he is basically like, "Hey, I love God, but
get naked because it's about to happen. I mean, it comes like I said. It starts off. It comes like a gunshot. The first words, "Excuse me, but I need a mouth like yours." And it's the urgency. And there's a moment in here in the break. It's like the driving. It's like this driving rhythm, and it mimics an urgency of Prince. Is like that's kind of saying, "Girl, we need to make these walls sweat. Just help me get this memory off. Let me get this woman because she got me shook. She got me straight shook." And the thing is, there's a break somewhere in the track, and it's like na 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 na, and then he just hops right back in, like God, like girl, let's get this over.
he repeats the whole lyric. He starts off with "Excuse me" again.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Yeah.
yeah, and he says it like it feels like he's saying, "Let's smash before I feel anything. Please, I don't want to feel anymore. I don't want to feel. Let's get this on." Oh my God.
That was a song right there. Oh, one of them.
I mean, I know it's a part of my favorite.
I actually, when I think about it, the second album, I probably got about the same amount of favorite songs as I do on the first album. When I think about it, you gonna trip. You gonna trip when we get to the second album.
My favorite lyric. Yeah, I bet I will. My favorite lyric.
You are. You are.
My favorite lyric. "Ooh, little darling, if you're free for a couple of hours, if you ain't busy for the next 7 years." I know it's a part of. I know it ain't a part of the chorus, but man, when you hear that,
that was mine. That's actually mine, and I spent a lot of time thinking, would it be that or the opening?
they both pretty good, but that for me, it's like because it's every time he says it, even though it's a part of the hook, it's like, "Oh, if you ain't busy for the next 7 years," like he's saying something, like
Yep.
And let me state, B-side, this was released, and the B-side was "Irresistible Bitch."
Yeah, for me, it was just, I was 7 years old and I looked at it, I was like, wow, that's a curse word. Look at that, that's a curse word.
Wow.
Wow. That's the B word right there. Ooh.
At recess.
For me, for y'all.
Yeah, recess. At recess. Did you hear?
I didn't even, I'm going to tell you this. I never even spoke about, I don't think I ever, in a year, and this is probably where I give a shout out, bro. I got to give a shout out to Darnell Thomas. Darnell Thomas.
Shout out to DT.
I have not seen Darnell Thomas since probably 4th grade, or maybe when I went to my next school and then we went back out there to play them and flag football. But Darnell Thomas, bruh, when everybody was on Thriller and everybody was screaming Michael Jackson, and then we had a small pocket, actually one person, over here who was screaming Duran Duran, and we had another small pocket, actually it was just one person too, who was screaming Culture Club. We had Darnell Thomas, who said 1999. And I remember thinking, oh, I know that album. But I never said anything about it. Because, it was Michael Jackson. And I'm like, that's not really worth bringing up. But Prince, he brought it up, bruh. And he stood, what they say, he stood on 10 toes, bruh. He stood on 10 toes in 82 said Prince. He wasn't talking about Michael Jackson. He wasn't talking about Culture Club or Duran Duran. He was all about that 1999 and Prince. So shout out to you, Darnell Thomas.
Salute, Darnell. The standing on business salute to Darnell Thomas.
Standing on 10 toes, and when somebody said something, he said, "Man, y'all crazy. Y'all can talk about that Michael Jackson if y'all want." 1999, and he did it with a smile on his face.
Now, the last song on album 1 of 1999, the acronym DMSR, which we would all find out meant dance, music, sex, and romance. I always wondered, was it just too long of a title, or did Prince do this to throw off the executives at Warner Brothers, who might say, I don't know about this title. But again, at this point, he's already been pretty nasty in the first 4 songs. So at this point, dance, music, sex, romance really shouldn't be that offensive. This, for me, even though this album to me is themed about women and stuff like that, this is nothing but a party song. This is nothing more, nothing less.
First off, 7-year-old Ryan never knew what DMSR stood for, nor did 7-year-old Ryan ever listen to DMSR. And it was only probably 10 years ago that I actually took the time to actually look and see what DMSR stood for.
Wow.
And it was only until you and I decided to do a deep dive in 1999 that I actually listened to DMSR.
Oh, so you have a totally different feel with this song.
However, I will say this. When I listened to it, what I realized was all it is All Night Long before All Night Long actually came out. The only difference is it is all night long for everybody. And it is all night long in an explicit way.
Ooh, now I'm gonna have to go listen.
Bro, all they did, but it was all night long. All Lionel Richie was talking about was, we gonna be dancing and kicking it all night long. Only difference is, Prince was like, we gonna be dancing and kicking it, and we gonna be having sex and doing everything else.
Let me state, there's a couple of lines here where it say, all the white people clap your hands, then all the Puerto Ricans and all the black people. And I always felt that this song is what kind of made, not 1999, but sometimes I used to feel like this helped him out a lot as far as crossing over. Because this song, if you recall, was played in Risky Business. And I remember when I heard it, I said, wow.
I cannot recall because I didn't listen to the song until
well, yeah, you did. Okay. So you didn't. So you might have heard it if you saw Risky Business.
I heard it probably. I just didn't know what it was.
If you were watching Risky Business at 7 years old,
I was watching Risky Business.
You shouldn't have been watching it.
I shouldn't have been watching. I also shouldn't have been watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
You shouldn't have been watching a lot of stuff. I'm gathering right now. Wow, man.
Porky's too.
You shouldn't have been watching a lot of stuff. But yeah, I always felt that song, because I felt like at that moment it's like white people saying, "Oh wait, who is this guy?" Just like they kind of like the white people who say, "Oh wait, what is this hip hop thing?" Not all white people, you know what I mean? But those transition white people, those transition white people, like, hey, we want to try new things, that type of thing. I guess I truly thought it felt like it played a part in the crossover. Not all of it, but it played a part in the crossover. And the thing is, Billie Jean premieres about it in March of '83. So this album is probably out from end of '82 into '83. So his videos probably started premiering after, because Michael Jackson was the first one to get played on MTV. So it probably started playing him late in '83. But he ain't had but two videos. Yeah.
On the
Nice.
same stage.
On the same stage.
You know what? Here's a better one. DMSR is all night long for the wretched. So whoever is wretched, that is DMSR's. That is all night long for the wretched.
Oh, the wretched. The wretched. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess. When you said the wretched, you made me think about the Cosby Show. Are you talking about wretched or the wretched people? I guess it works. It works.
People.
It works either way. But yeah, my favorite lyric was, the chorus. Ooh, all right. Dance, music, sex, romance.
I did not have, like, I couldn't even. I kept listening. I think I listened to this song. I think I listened to this song 5 times, and I was like,
I can just remember hearing them at dances or parties and people chanting this. So it was cool. That's all. Again, we see this two different perspectives.
The only thing that I really remember about this song is. That's it. I got nothing after that.
Oh my God. Yeah. That it's been enjoyable. Talking about this was ever since we started talking about this, and we just started talking about this album, and I was like, I said, man, we see this album very differently. That's like, we see it similarly, but very differently. So yeah, that was album 1 of 1990.
Yeah, bro. Looking at this album, we 7 years apart, bro. So
yeah,
1999, bro. 1999. That was. I was about to say the Cold War, not the. We were on the. It was. We were on the verge of some bad things, bro. Between when it was USA versus USSR, bro.
That's true.
We were literally sitting around at home, like. And it also didn't help because I remember also, not only the movie Red Dawn, I'll never forget this. The Twilight Zone made a comeback. The Twilight Zone made a comeback on like
the movie?
CBS. No, not the movie. After the movie, the TV show, they made a TV show and they made a comeback. And one day I actually looked at an episode. Bruh, it was about the episode, whatever it was about. I think the person or the main character could pause what's going on in the world. Like, they could pause everything. Like, they could pause everything and they could walk around while everybody's frozen. And something happened and he froze everything. Or she froze everything. No, it was a he. It's always a he because we men, man. We can mess up some stuff, man. He froze everything, right? And he's walking and he's looking up. He's walking and he's kind of looking around at everybody. And he walks into like a woman. And he looks at the woman and the woman's looking up. And when he looks up, there are two missiles, bruh. Like this. One has the American flag on it. One has the USSR flag on it. It's clear as night, bruh. Like, it's clear, bruh. And he can't do he cannot unpause.
No, I mean that was the time.
If he unpauses everything, if he unpauses what's going on, then it's total world destruction.
I mean, hence the red dawn.
Hence the Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone, hence red dawn.
Twilight Zone just put you in a.
That was the time,
bro.
That was the time and period. I mean, Reagan. We always talking about the Cold War. Hell, Sting was singing about Russians. So it was out there. That whole period. That period was out there.
And to anybody out there who's like, man, Ryan keeps talking about people talking about drugs and blah blah blah. Well, in the 80s, drugs unfortunately was a huge part of society. Hence, Nancy Reagan say no to drugs.
Yes.
And hence, one to grow on. One to grow on in between each cartoon, bro, where they would have little skits. Hey kid, you want a joint, kid? Hey, I'm not supposed to have that. And then some TV star pops up and he's like, hey, have you ever been in a situation like this? No, I have not. And I don't want to be. Hey, have you ever been in a situation where the strange guy comes around and he offers you some drugs? No, I don't. I don't have that.
Through the eyes of a 7-year-old.
Through
the eyes of a 7-year-old.
And you know what commercial should have scared any kid growing up at our time, where that dude said, hey, this is drugs. And he breaks the egg on the hot skillet. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? No, not at all, sir. Not at all, sir.
I think you have unresolved trauma, and we're going to work on it. You have unresolved.
The 80s did a fantastic job of scaring you straight.
Oh my God. This has been a fun and interesting episode.
Kids my age, from probably 72 to like 76, 78, the 80s did a fantastic job of scaring us straight. There was when you went to high school, you were like, nah, I'm straight, man. I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good with whatever you got going on over there, bro.
TV. It was more than Gary Coleman. How about that? It was more than Gary Coleman. Hey, please tune in next week for part 2 of our deep dive on 1999. Subscribe to us at YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Please subscribe and like. If you go to Spotify or if you go to Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. And if you didn't really like us, then give us 5 stars anyway. And we promise to do better.
We do. So until next week, for the more of the purple one, my name is Rod.
Ryan.
This is it from the Blacklog. Peace.